All right, so let's get started with bottom of the deck. What's going on with the overall energy for Cancers? Queen of Wands. Yeah. So, Queen of Wands, she is the social butterfly. She's very caring. She's very nurturing. She's the ultimate party person. It's kind of hard to do all that when we're, social distancing and self-quarantining in certain aspects. But I do get the sense, Cancer, that there is a sense of community around you. I think you're finding creative ways to be around friends and family, under the 10-person limit. So I do get the sense that, yes, we are in a very limited and restrictive environment right now, but I do get the sense that you're able to make the most out of it. And, I think you're really appreciating your time with your loved ones. There's also, innovations with social media. A lot of people that I've been observing, are using the platforms to form like virtual parties. So it's a way to connect and maybe have a drink online, So it's just different. It's different times. It's a different way of life, different way of interacting and being. And who knows how long all of this is going to last. But I do get the sense, Cancers, that you're maintaining a positive disposition throughout all this. Sagittarius was also the other sign who had a very positive vibe off of their cards. Everyone else has been pretty somber, pretty heavy, a lot of anxiety. I'm starting to get headaches from doing all these readings just because of the heaviness of the energy. But yours is a breath of fresh air, just like the Sagittarius reading. So, yeah, I do get the sense that, you are finding the silver lining in everything that's happening, and you're still maintaining connection with, people who are important with you. All right, so let's flip the cards over. Yeah, all right, so what's going on with you? Two of Cups reversed. I do get the sense that, this is representing social distancing and, self-quarantining. But like I said, I get the sense that you guys you're turning it into a positive, right? I also get the sense that you're using this time wisely to get to know yourselves and to really connect with yourselves on a spiritual level. So this is also self-love, self-healing, in addition to just being socially isolated. But there's a lot of communication going on. This is 8 of Wands. So I feel like for some of you, dating maybe on pause for a little bit. I think traditional dating, because we can't really go on dates. Restaurants are closed, bars are closed, gyms are closed. Can't congregate in groups of larger than 10 or in some places 50. Just sort of depends on where you're at and what your health officials are telling you, what's allowed and what's not. So I feel like it may have put a damper on dating a little bit. But, there's still online communication. There's still ways to connect. There's FaceTiming. And, you can still do one-on-one things. You just can't be at restaurants. So there's nothing precluding you all from ordering takeout and having a picnic in the park. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's still within the health official guidelines, or depending on where you're at in the relationship and your comfort level. There's nothing precluding you from ordering pizza and going over to someone's house and watching movies, right? So it's just doing things differently. 8 of Wands can also represent travel. Well, travel's on lockdown. A lot of people are closing their borders. And, it's time for us to really globally stay in place until this pandemic really dies down. But I do get the sense that you're very hopeful, Cancer. I mean, you really are. You're optimistic. You're manifesting your new reality. You're manifesting your new future. And I think you're definitely rolling with the situation. You're flowing with it. I'm getting just happy-go-lucky energy from you all. I mean, it's really refreshing. Thank you for that. Whomever it is that I'm connecting with, because holy moly, there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety out there, but I really do get the sense that the group of Cancers that I'm connecting with, that you guys are like, all right, cool. So we're quarantined. So we're socially distanced. What's the workaround? How can we get creative with that? And I think you all are applying a lot of creative ingenuity into the situation and finding your groove with this new normal. And I think you're going to be just fine. Yeah. With the other messages, what's been coming out is just, reminding everyone that this is a weird gift in disguise. It's gifting us with the gift of time, quality time with friends, family, and loved ones. Many of us work, long hours, 40, 50, 60-hour work weeks, sometimes 80, depending, and when you do that, you burn yourself out. You're not present for your family, for your spouses, for your lovers, for your friends. All you do is work and sleep. That is no quality of life at all. And a lot of people throughout the years have been complaining about, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, when the weekend comes, I just want to sleep, or if I'm awake, I have to go do errands, and then it's like, it's Sunday night, and now we're doing it all over again. Right, and you're not connecting. So I feel like this situation has really thrown us back 20, 30 years, back into like the 80s, and it's like, all right, now you're home. So talk to one another, cook meals with one another, play games with one another. You guys are home together. It's time to bond and connect like human beings. Put the phones down, put the computers away, get to know one another. And I get the sense that Cancers, you guys are, and you're being creative about it. And I think you're having fun with this. I kind of feel like this is a social experiment in a weird way. It's like redefining or defining. It's defining the new normal. It's defining how kids are going to go to school now. And I think there's going to be a lot of, yes, we're still going to have classrooms once this is over, but it's forcing the education system to go to a more online program and put things online and be less with paper, right? They were already doing it anyway, but I feel like this is taking it to the next level. I just think we're going to be better human beings after all of this is said and done, because this is about us really opening our hearts and expanding our compassion towards one another and being better human beings towards one another. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to need our help and assistance. And, it's time for us to just be like, all right, how can I help you? Can I help you with money? Can I help you with groceries? I have extra supplies at home. What do you need? Right? So I do think that we're going to open up our hearts to be more compassionate and more empathetic for those in need going forward. I do think, like I said, we're going to be transformed human beings at the end of all this. And I think overall there's going to be a lot of good that's coming out. But there's also going to be a lot of people who need assistance. And let's be honest, the economy is not in a great place right now. Unemployment rate, I believe, is hitting 20%. Unemployment insurance claims are on the rise, and rightly so. But how long is this going to take to recover? Because look at all the small businesses right now that have to close. They're not able to draw profit or revenue. And if they have to close for months, what's the recovery look like? It's not good. So that's why I feel like this is a collective effort to really extend a helping hand where we can, extend our pentacles where we can, whether it be money, assistance, supplies, food, acts of kindness, all that. It's going to take a community to come together to rebuild ourselves collectively. Yeah. And this is happening all over the world. It really is. And people are finding ways to uplift one another and connect. I don't know if you've seen the videos from Italy, but you have people on the balconies, kind of enjoying evening social hour on their balconies, singing together as a community. It's really beautiful when everything is, when you're able to see through the chaos and the drama. It really is a beautiful time to connect as human beings. So keep that in mind. Share your voice. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this is the best thing that we can all do, is speak up, share support, share love, share your voice. Some of you may be orators. So it's time for you to open up that throat chakra, write your essays, write your speeches, write your novel. Some of you may feel compelled to capture, put into context. What does it mean? Help frame reality and lend a framework to this new normal, right? Because again, this is unprecedented times and the situation is extremely fluid. And I think people are just desperate for guidance and stability and groundedness. And I feel like Cancers, if you can be that voice for them, you're really going to help out the situation tremendously. You know, a lot of light workers are being called to arms. Everyone's being called to spirit arms, you know. Use your gifts. Use your gifts for good. And if you're writers, it's time to blog about this and increase awareness, increase truth, and really ground perspective and reduce the hysteria and the paranoia and reduce the panic shopping and the hoarding, you know. Be a part of the solution. Yeah, so from your Sacred Earth Oracle, specialization is coming in. It's coming in reversed. It's time for you to specialize. It's time for you to tune into your gifts and, you know, really get grounded and think about how can I really help people? Where can I best serve others? Because right now, it's a time of service. Absolutely. You know, again, I got real strong with share your voice, writers, you know, write it down, start a blog, news articles, meditations, essays, speeches, what have you, podcasts, all that. You know, I feel like some of you have a lot to say and a lot to share with, you know, the collective. So what is your specialization? It's time to start honing in that and anchoring it into the 3D and start using your gifts, right? Your Nature's Whispers card is fresh approach. This is a fresh approach. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. It's a do-over. I mean, it really is for the human race. I feel like this is a perfect time for us to just really improve ourselves as human beings and focus on what truly matters, what's important to us. Because what used to be important to us like 2 weeks ago, I think that's out the window now, you know, or shortly will be. But this is definitely, you know, fresh approach. Look at that. It's a beautiful card. And I love how she's just like looking into the globe, into the world, and just pondering like, all right, what's my next step? What am I doing? You know, you've got the rainbow bringing abundance and prosperity, you know, feeding the energy. Sky's the limit for you, Cancers. Yeah. What are you going to do with it? All right. So we have some angel messages. And the first message, is coming in from Archangel Raziel. Take your power back. Ooh, I like that. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Yes. Oh my God. So I do believe it has something to do with your voice, with your message. Some of you have some things to say. All right. Take your power back. And I feel like you can do that by speaking the truth, exposing something, right? Lending credence to something, to a wrong. No. It's exposing a wrongdoing. It's shedding light on corruption. It's using your voice for the greater good, to increase awareness, to correct a wrong. All right. Angel message is coming in from Astera. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.